All right, perfect. So once again, welcome to our introduction webinar. This webinar is particularly for new people, and you're more than welcome to share this presentation with other family members, friends, or people who might be interested. It doesn't talk about any news, promotions, or anything. Purely describing, what we are, who we are, who are the people behind this project, what has been done so far, and what's in it for you. My name is Annette Martinson, and I've been in a company for more than 3 years already. I'm very proud to be in this project because when I joined the company, I didn't know the scope of the business. I had no idea what is this business. It was just someone told me something, and I just believed in it. This person was Armand, and I can say thank you him today. I used to work in corporate environment in a sales business. I was sales manager, if you can say that. Yeah, I was selling conferences for C-level executives, for defense industry, for capital markets, insurance, telecommunications. However, I didn't see I'm adding value. Well, I was adding value at some point, but not really to myself and not to others. And I was more than happy about the situation. Well, I can say I'm more than happy today about the situation that happened last August when I decided, or there was a circumstance to have to, a mutual agreement, leave my company. And I had an opportunity to join SkyWay project, on 100%, dedicating my time and effort and trying to, build a brand and awareness here in the UK and also internationally. And therefore, I have expertise in sales, business management. But to be honest, what I've gained during the year, not even a full year, it's going to be almost a year here in this company, I would never be gaining in the companies previously where I worked for. And that's why I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. I hope you also enjoy, and you see the value, what is our purpose of what we are doing, and you want to join our family and get this business to the next level, because we need more and more people, bright people, entrepreneur mindset people who who sees the things the way we see. I'm just going to close the doors. I think that's going to be better. All right. And as I said, I'm very passionate about the business, and the reason why is because I think and I believe it doesn't matter which country you live in, or which region you live in, we have some common things regarding the, for example, air pollution, water pollution, over pollution, road accidents, death on the road, injuries. And actually, it's very sad to see, how the government kindly trying to improve, the situation, investing loads of monies in, old systems, or I don't know, whatever they are investing in, but nothing is going better. Everything is going worse. And more articles I can read around the globe that this is a big concern. Well, I call it disaster, because volcano would not harm, I guess, as so many people as, for example, the air pollution today, or how many road accidents we have, and at the same time, the safety and the health that we are, kind of putting ourselves on a daily basis on a situation. I think it's very sad, and I think there must be a big change, because with the current situation with the current system that we have, whichever part of the world you live, I don't see that down the years, like 10 years from now or 20 years from now, this would work. It doesn't work already, so how it could work in the future? And matter of fact is that us who is traveling to work on a daily basis, or we are going on travel, we are paying a high price for it. However, we are not receiving the services that we want to we receive. Even, for example, the holidays, it's ridiculous price for tickets, um, to fly somewhere, not counting even hotels. But that's a luxury, I guess. If we talk about daily base, how to get to work or how to get from point A to B, it's almost impossible. I don't know, guys, where you live, but myself, I live in London, and it's a disaster. Actually, on this picture, it say Croydon. I live in South Croydon, which is on the way to Croydon, and most of the time I see cancellations, delays. I don't know, some strikes or anything else happening on a, almost on a, I would say on a monthly base. But I pay high price for it, and no one can do anything. What I'm facing is like overcrowded platforms, which is not safe at all. As I keep saying to people, that yellow line that we have here on a platform saying "stay behind it." If someone wants to get on a train badly, very badly, he's going to push you. And if you're an older person or a young person, I don't think it's going to be a positive situation happening. However, we are here to talk about the positive things. I just wanted to point out, I guess the situations that we can cover, or the places where we can improve with our solution that we have here today. So let's talk about the positive thing. So who we are here today, for those who don't know, Andre Havrato is one of the persons that you must know. So just do some research about him. I haven't met him personally yet. However, I look forward to do it in July when we have the EcoFest in Belarus. But I will come back to this point a bit later. So SkyWay Group, as a platform, we are educating people on importance of investing, or basically giving some basic finance and knowledge. Not the knowledge that we have given at school. How to, I guess, work for someone and make someone else a millionaire, but actually how to make money work for you. And I think it's very important because there are different steps, what knowledge, what information, what experience you have to gain in order to get to the place where everyone wants to be. At some point, everyone wants to be rich. But because we are putting our priorities in a different positions, like, for example, be secure, have, the comfortable, and then to be rich, because of this kind of positions, not always we have opportunity and time to think about strategy how to get rich. So through SkyWay Group is educating people, or are giving some seeds, how to look into different directions and how to make your life better, whether within a year time, 5 or 10 years time, but hopefully within 5 years. And with Andre Havrato knowledge, because he is a millionaire, a very bright person, experienced in traditional, not traditional businesses, he wants to give back. He got everything he ever wanted in his life, and one of the things he has is a house in Thailand that I dream about. He got everything, but he wanted to give back to society, to young people, to older people, whoever wants to change their life. And through SkyWay Group, he could approach more people than through his Academy of Private Investor, which is in Ukraine. He is able to give this knowledge to all of you, who is in this room. You can do that because he did it, and he will give you some knowledge how to get there. So it's up to you whether you want to go with this route with us, but I encourage you to at least do some research with him. And the SkyWay Group also is a Rail SkyWay system. Is a trademark for the Rail SkyWay system group. And the reason why we are in partnership with Mr. Unitsky, and this is the other person you need to know or be aware of. Without him, we would not be here, because Unitsky, Mr. Andrei Harvard, Mr. Eduardovich Unitsky, he is the person behind this genius idea. He worked for this project for more than close to 40 years, and he created Unitsky's chain technology, SkyWay. When he was, I guess, now he's close to 70s, when he was 20, let's say mid-20s, he was trying to approach people to present them, this technology, this idea, because he has concerns already back then about the situation that we are facing today. But obviously, people didn't see what he was seeing, and he was turned down by saying, guys, you're a young man, you still have opportunity to, go and look for some good company to work for and do something, more realistic. Because for them, it was the flying trains. However, once the person believes in what he's doing, there no one can stop you. And he kept working. He said, like, it doesn't matter how many years it will take for me, but I will do it. I can wait, but the planet, I'm telling you, a planet cannot wait. At some point, whatever we are doing to our planet today, it will come back. It's already coming back, to people who lives on it. So Mr. Yunitsky wants to change it. He wants to save the planet. And I believe with this technology, it can happen. He got many awards and certifications that you can find out on his personal website, which is here, www.unitsky.com. You can read his biography, and you can also find his patents, more than 100 patents, and you can find them on a patent scope with the number. So basically, he is very, very well-known person. People call him Elon Musk in Belarus, because he's as big genius as Elon Musk, and also he got 2 grants of the UN for development. So I think it's very good to do some research about this person as well. And as I said, Havrato and Mr. Yunitsky, they came together 2014 on the 4th of September, signing up the partnership agreement for the next for the 20 years, so 17 years left. And the reason why they came together was that Mr. Yunitsky, he had an idea, he still has an idea, but he needed to make it real. To make it real, you need funds, you need money to go and build a test section, because without the test section, without the certification, nothing can happen. Well, it cost money, approximately $200 million, and obviously Mr. Yunitsky didn't have this money. He was approached by banks, hedge funds, and all they wanted it was the debt financing, where basically you have to pay back percentage as you do by the credit card spending it. But he said, like, I don't want to do it. Why do I have to do it? Like, I have a solution. You have a problem. I've got a solution. Why do I have to pay for it? He said, no, that's not for me. Same as, for example, big investors. They came in. They offered him this money as well. And what happened is they want a big percentage, like big portion of his company. So more than like 51%. What happens when you give away more than you have? It means that they can kick you out from the company, as it happened with Apple, or they can keep him, but the control will take someone else. Would you like to give someone something that you've been working for 1 year, 5, 10, or even 40 years? I don't think so. So he also turned down this deal, and he said, he still said, I can wait. There will be a way that would suit him, his terms and conditions, if we can say that. And then Mr. Havrato, he was doing the research to see what else he can do, and he came across this project. He reached out to Mr. Yunitsky, and he said, hey, why don't you create this SkyWay technology project for people project? So instead of doing what everyone else has been doing, approaching big investors, allow people, any person on the planet to be part of this project. And he offered, like, why don't you do the crowdfunding, equity crowdfunding, where people can help you to raise the funds, and you will be able to build it by giving them a little portion of your company. And Mr. Yunitsky was happy about his idea, so they started this partnership in 2014. And this is a little video explaining, what we have here and what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, please pay attention. I love this video. It's very short, but straight to the point. Oops. So, can you agree with me? Straight to the point. Short video, but showing what we have got. And by the way, this is obviously created on a computer, but very soon we will have a beautiful video, made in our eco techno park. All right. So SkyWay advantages. When we talk about the product proposition or what we've got, I'm very proud to say that it's not. We don't have only one project or one technology. We have 4 different type of technologies, which means we have 4 different case scenarios that we can go for. Where, if you're comparing to other technologies or other projects that are out there, Hyperloop or the magnetic levitation trains, they have only one project, which means, whether it fits for the country or it doesn't fit. For us, we have 4, which is high-speed train, urban skyway, cargo, and unibike. All right. Let's start with the smallest one. The unibike is very light and comfortable. I say it's like designed for tourist attractions, for fun, for entertainment, because we have massive, beautiful parks. But it's like you've been to the park like many times, whether running, walking around, or walk your dog, for example. But from the top, let's say from 3 to 6 meters above the ground, is another beautiful view. So what if we give you an opportunity or option to walk or to sit and enjoy the view, a romantic view? I think that would be very cool. Or to get from one park to another side of the park, also would be nice. So this entertaining transport is very light. It's very easy to implement, and it also can reach a speed of 120 kilometers an hour if obviously needed, because who would like to enjoy a romantic view with that kind of speed? Well, probably there would be some extremists, but that's down to them. And also we have we give an opportunity to put in like pedaling, or do the pedaling or not to do it, but you can make it go faster, and I think that's also very good fun, because there's some music, you can be a DJ, and etc. So then we have the urban skyway. It's a very popular product at the moment. It can be mounted and suspended and designed for short distances. So whether it's within the city or it can connect the cities. So it's up to 200 kilometers an hour, and it can go with the speed of 150 kilometers an hour. Up to 200 kilometers, with the speed of 150 kilometers an hour. And these 2 are the most popular ones, and these are the most eco-friendliest at the moment, because they are not powered by the fuel. We are using only electricity, so electric powered generator, which I think is very crucial for the cities. So air pollution can go down. That's one solution. And high-speed train and the cargo are the most popular, the most profitable ones, because obviously the high-speed train can go or is designed for long distances, so connecting cities, regions, countries, or continents in the future, and the speed can go up to 500 kilometers an hour. I think it's very cool because you can stay, connected to planet. You don't have to go up in the air, Planes are, I think, it's very dangerous these days, but the high-speed train, will allow you to stay connected with the planet, make some calls, do your work, basically saving your time. And you don't have to go to airport back and forward. Well, you know what I mean. And the cargo skyway is a very good option for the countries or companies that are trading between the countries or continents, because it's also very good option, to avoid the third party logistics, paying them huge amount of money every year. Instead, you can buy your own cargo or buy the whole, build the whole structure. And again, it can be different situations. Maybe two companies come together, or a country builds it. Africa, for example, wants to trade with China, or between the country. It's very amazing product. I think avoiding high price. But in general, our transports are very environment friendly because we are not we're not digging new roads. All we do is just acquiring 3 by 3 meters land, and it can be from 5 meters to a couple of kilometers distance. So therefore, our transport is not kind of damaging the environment, and animals can be still enjoying their life and not disturbed, because also our trains are with a very low noise. And I think it's very safe, and it's very cost effective. Cost effective because we're not acquiring the land as much as other transports out there today. We don't have to go through anyone's backyard. As for example, one project we know that are actually trying to get the people to sign that they are happy that they will be building, the train almost next to their doors. Who would love to do that? No one. However, our train is just built above the ground from 3 to 6 meters, 10 meters, or you can go up to 100 meters, depending on the air environment and the project. But the biggest advantage for us is that we are very cost effective. So it means that instead of spending, let's say minimum 20 million per kilometer, but to be honest, these days the transport costs 40-50 million per kilometer. Our transport costs only 5 million per kilometer. So you can imagine how much we can save the money for the government, who is probably spending money from the taxpayers, right? And at the end, we are paying even to get to use the transport. Where here, the transport costs so much cheaper, where end users or people like us will be paying so much less money for our journey, which means we can travel more, and we can travel more. And the biggest advantage is that we can be built anywhere. We don't need a hard surface. It can be jungles, it can be water, rivers. Well, they also say it can be oceans in the future, as I said, connecting continents. But that's the biggest advantage. So today's transport needs the ground. We don't. I think those are the kind of differentiating us from our competitors, if we have some out there. I hope it explained you very well the product proposition. And there is a competitor analysis. I have put this slide as well because people have been asking me. Just a little bit kind of intro of what we have out there. So I mentioned magnetic levitation train, Hyperloop, and Skytrain. All right, if we're talking about the speed, yes, Hyperloop. They are telling us that they speed can go up to 1,300 kilometers an hour, where ours is almost half of it. However, safety, we have very high safety, and the other ones are high, moderated, and etc. Well, I already mentioned cost per kilometer. Our ones is from 3 to 8 million. 5 million is the average. Versus to other transports, which cost hundreds of million. 105. Okay, Skytrain has 6 million. But again, we have 4 different technologies. These 3 transports that are kind of competitors to us, they have only one option. And today we have already, done something amazing, which I will come back to you later. We have some contracts already signed with the government. Eco-friendly, well done to all of us. We are very eco-friendly to our environment. But when I mentioned, our biggest advantage, as you can see, we can be built any terrain versus magnetic levitation, Hyperloop, and Skytrain. They need flat ground, and Skytrain is only within the cities. So you can make your, kind of summary already to what we have and what doesn't have other companies. And what we have done so far and what we've been using so far. So as I said, we haven't used any big investors or 3 or 5 investors. Instead, we have created our platform, SkyWay Invest Group, through which we can raise the funds. Where we and the reason why we are raising funds is because we need to complete the Ecotechno Park. Ecotechno Park is needed for to prove everyone, first of all, that the transport is real. It's there. It's not beautiful pictures anymore, but we have built it. It's running. And then, we need to have an independent company, which I think it's already chosen, and to come in and do the testings and certify it. Because no one is going to go and build the transport without the certification. It's the same as no one will buy the car, the new Mercedes car, for example, before it's going to be tested, or no one is going to fly on a plane before it's tested. So we need to build all 4 technologies to prove it and to have the certification done. Today we need to raise $200 million in total, and over 3-year period, when we started this partnership, we have raised $27 million through crowdfunding platform. For those who don't know what is crowdfunding, it allows startup companies to put forward their idea and approach everyone who is open-minded and wants to be part of something different, or just to be part of some new startup or some innovation. And sometimes, I don't know if you're familiar, but there are Seeders, Quickstarter, Crowdcube. Those are all platforms where smaller companies can go in and raise their funds, and in return they are giving whether equity in a company, whether some souvenir or some prototype, whatever they have created, as saying thank you for their support. However, there always are some criteria or the level of investment that you have to make in order to receive it. So there can be different terms and conditions. However, what we have done here, we have created equity crowdfunding, where you invest today in a company, help us to raise the necessary funds, and once the company goes in IPO, you will receive the dividends from all the projects that will happen, like will be built, happen, and people will be paying for. All right, so this Ecotechno Park is a main company. It's the train that can be, you can jump on it if you are the one who takes a risk. This project is not risky. There is a risk, but if you like to take a risk, that you can be a big winner at the end. For those who are waiting for this test at Ecotechno Park to be finished, you are more than welcome to join us later. I will explain you. So this is the past and today. Here you can see the pictures that I was introduced 3 years ago, or presented to me. A beautiful picture, beautiful designs, and I believed in the project. Maybe I think I'm smart. And on the other side, you can see the prototype already up and running, which is Unibike here. Then we have Unibus, the picture, and here the reality. So in these 2 projects, these 2 technologies or piece of transport, I saw myself, my own eyes. I was inside the transport, not on the rails, but last year in InnoTrans, I took pictures. Everything is real. And then we have here the station. I think it's for Unibus. I'm not sure, but again, the picture and the reality. And this one is that the safeguard, as I call it. Basically, we have the safety built around the test section, so no one can come and destroy it, because there could be some people that don't like what we did. But to avoid this kind of situations, we have our safety, which is by high voltage, like electric powered kind of wall, if I correct say that. So whoever wants to damage our transport, it wouldn't happen. For animals, I have asked the question, what about animals? It's completely safe for them, because they're making some noise and they are scared away, so they are not approaching the wall and they're not injured. And this one is the best, the today and the future. Like, this is happening today, and this is our future tomorrow. So the Unibus is also here, up and running since last week. I think it was on Wednesday. And the Unibike, as I mentioned to you there. So this is the last week was amazing day for us to receive these pictures and proofs that the transport that we are moving forward. And because by 1st of July, when we have this Eco Fest, I will tell you later, these two transports needs to be certified. So now they're up and running, but now they need to go through tests and need to go and receive the certification. Unibus is already has already passed some tests. It reached speed of 30 to 40 kilometers an hour, and I think the Unibike is already going faster. So it's again, it's reality, and I can't wait to see the full speed and us, using the transport in the future. So going back to what I said about the Eco Techno Park, it's still a risk because the project has been divided on 15 development stages, and we are on stage 9. When I joined the company, it was 2014, first stage. The risk, very, very high, but the return of your investment or your supporters, we can say, also was very high. During this time of period, we have raised certain money, we have done certain things. As you can see, we have passed the engineering part, building and construction, and now we are at a very important stage, which is demonstrations and certification, where the next stage would be technology adoption. More closer we move, more closer we get to stage 15, more closer we get to our exit plan, which is the IPO within the next 2 to 4 years, and which means that every time we move to stage 10, 11, 15 or whatever, the risk is almost minimal. I would say the risk is almost minimal here, almost zero, not zero, but almost, because, well, there's no way back for us. This is happening. For those who don't believe, you are more than welcome to come to our Eco Fest on 1st of July and see your own eyes, touch the transport, ask the questions. But I'm telling you guys, this is the time. If in 2014, when I made my support and I made my decision, I didn't. It's bad to say, but I didn't believe it's going to happen, because it really was a piece of paper or picture. But today we have transports already up and running. We have numerous government representatives going to Belarus to meet Mr. Unitsky himself and see their own eyes. So I think, as I said, there is no way back. There's only way forward. All right. And here we have a few governments, government representatives. I'm losing my voice. Who has acknowledged our project, and who is ready to put their names, their reputation on the papers and on the TV, on the radios, wherever it is, by saying that they are supporting the project. And one of them is Rod Hook. He's ex-chief minister of Transport of South of Australia. You can Google him as well. The top right, the bald man, and you can double check. He's really supporting us. He is actually the managing director for our Australian office, and he wants to bring this project to Flinders University, connecting the campus, so students don't have to walk, the big distances between the buildings to missing their lunch or sessions. And he was the biggest skeptical person the biggest skeptical person that I could actually ever know. But he was flying to Belarus numerous of times to see, what's this all about. And when he went there, he sat down with Mr. Unitsky, he saw the project, he was going through calculations, because Mr. Redhook is very knowledgeable and experienced person as well. He built several bridges in Australia, so he knows that, the deal. And then he was flying back to Australia, and he said, guys, you need to come with me and double check if you see what I saw, and if you understand what I understand. And when he got this confirmation from other his peers, then they said, we have to get this. And today, there are 3 companies together, like Rod Hook and Associations. Then we have Urban Company, and which is the biggest engineering company. So well, I want to say we are not going to build with our engineers, with our power to, to different countries. The country or the region of that country can choose their own engineering company who will be producing the parts and who will be building the project. So the American company is chosen by Australian, by Red Hook, I guess, and together with the NBM company, which is a consultancy company, they're putting together all the paperwork in order to promote the project in Australia and get the land permission from the government, because this is all we need from them. Give us just the permission and we're going to do the rest of the job. And the same thing we have with Ireland, Czech Republic, Belarus, Ukraine, Turkey, India. Now we have Philippines. Oh my God, what else? We have Italy, African regions. We have big interests from Italy as well. So it's happening. It's just for us. The only thing that stops all of them is the certification, proof that technology can actually work and can be built and it's safe for people to use it, if you know what I mean. However, Indian government, they have moved forward very fast. They have acknowledged our project and they really, really want to build this project in their country, in more like north of India, in smart city, connecting 19 cities with 3 targeted projects. There are some information, where they want to build, how many kilometers, but we just need to follow them and see, when it's going to start happen. But I know that last week the government again were in Belarus. I met Mr. Unitsky to continue the discussions and conversations where and how it's going to happen. So we just need, I guess, to follow the news and updates and stay tuned in. So just a question for yourself. Do you want to keep living this kind of situation where there are numerous of cars and bicycles, and actually I don't know where you live how much people use how many people are cycling, but in London people are cycling a lot. And unfortunately there was again an article where people where it was stated that the cyclists actually are put in the biggest danger than they can imagine, because all they do is just leveraging through the cars and big cars, small cars, or whatever, buses, and they're breathing directly the toxic level that comes out from the car, and that's actually increasing even more heart diseases and cancers. This is out of control. People try to be healthy, not to use the cars, try to get work, by cycling, but actually they put in the biggest danger than anyone else, which is very sad. And yeah, it's just I think we have the power to change it if we come together and go for one goal. So, ask your question: do you want to live in this city, this particularly in New York, but in this situation, or you would love to live here? I can't promise that I can bring the sun to every country, but at least I can we can bring together, I guess, or improve better, the air, more fresh air, and better life. But what's in it for you? There is an opportunity to support the company. So today you have few options. Whether you just sign up on our company, on our back office, which means that you're in our database and you're supporting us, and there are no commitments, nothing. We're actually giving you some gifts for supporting us. Sometimes, as I said, through Crowdcube or Kickstarter, they are putting some restrictions how much you have to invest in order to receive something. In our case, you just support us and we're going to give you something. The other option is by helping us to raise the funds. So here I have put some numbers. However, you can go back to your person who introduced you to this project or to this webinar and ask for registration link to access your back office where you can get these numbers as well. So for example, if we are looking at the EIP 9, which is investment in portfolio, If you invest 5,000 USD dollars today, you would receive 700,000 pre-IPO equity shares today. If the company goes on IPO tomorrow, that portfolio would be worth $700,000. So you invest 5,000, but your portfolio would be 700,000, which is 140 times more. All right. When I say it's so here, you can understand that one share could cost potentially $1, but that's underestimated value today. We are not selling another phones or some shakes or something else, I don't know, computers. We are talking about the whole transportation infrastructure. So more roads we build, more assets we have in a company, within the next 2 to 4 years, we can build up the company's value. And who knows, one share, once it goes on an IPO, could cost $10, $100, or $1,000. So you invest 5,000 today, underestimated value for your portfolio would be 700,000, but you can be even much more worth. If you look at the Apple shares, they cost today $800, I think. Bitcoin over 1,000. Just think about it and then ask yourself: are you ready to buy something for $1 today that could cost $1,000 tomorrow? All right. If, for example, you say like this is for me, yeah, I want to go for it, but I don't have $5,000 today. That's completely fine. We want to give the opportunity for everyone today. So you still can go for monthly options, which is available for stage 9. For stage 10, there will not be options anymore because we have been giving these options for many times. However, the company sees that this is not anymore a joke. It's never been a joke, but it's not anymore at the beginner stage. It's already getting more serious. So we need to look at the business more serious as well. So monthly options are still available, and you can jump on this train as well. Get the package, pay out within the 10 months time, and secure your equities today. So you don't have necessarily to go for 5,000. I gave just as an option. You can go for $50. You can see here $50 paying 10 months, which is $500 at the end, and you get 50,000 pre-IPO equity shares. Or you can go for, let's say, $100. Just calculate what you can offer, what you can afford every month. What I suggest not to do is don't start the option. Well, how to say, you can start today and you can stop at the 4th month. But unfortunately, if you stop at 4th month, they will be recalculating how many shares you bought at that stage. So, for example, if you go for $50, my friend, she paid 6 months. So it's 6 months. So it's 6 months. So $300 she paid. And in her package, in her back office, she got 60,000 shares. All right. At the end of when she needed to pay the 7 installment package, she didn't have money, $50. She stopped doing it, and what the system is doing is recalculating at that time how much you've been investing and what you can buy for that price. So she invested $50 6 months time, which is 2,000 equity, pre-IPO equity today. So investing $50, you get 2,000 pre-IPO equity today. But by 6 times, it's 12,000 pre-IPO equity. Did you get it? So she paid 6 months, invested $300, and she got 60,000 shares in her back office. But because she stopped, she got only 12,000, because that today, by investing $50, you can get 2,000 shares. So I think it's important. If you go for it, just go for it, because you don't want to be in a situation and say, I lost. And same time, you can also go and buy 2 or 3 packages, or you can pay out on a 5th month the rest of the money. It's up to you. All right. And the business opportunities, I'm just going to go quickly through it. If you don't want to be just a silent investor or just support us, but you can see yourself actually helping us, taking this business to the next level. You think you're a leader, please join us. We are welcoming everyone. We want to give this opportunity for everyone. As I said, I left job last August, 1st of August. I left my job. I thought what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna survive in London, and da 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 da. But you know what? I'm the happiest girl I could be. By doing what I want and enjoying the life. So business opportunities is we are not employing anyone, but we are paying you or rewarding you for expanding or spreading the word of this information to everyone all around you, whether it's a taxi driver, in a restaurant, in a coffee shop, your family, whoever it is. If you tell them about this opportunity, we will reward you. So we are using word of mouth, which is kind of selling because we are all born to sell, but we are not selling. We are not trying to pursue anyone. We are not trying to, I don't know, push anyone. You just tell them, this is what I found. I think this is a good idea. I believe this is a good idea. Do you want to be part of it? All right. If that happens, so what we can offer is, and you can enroll today and start earning today. So there is no hidden cost or wherever. As I said, you can join the company today. And okay, only thing you need to do is invest $8. I think that's not a lot. It's just for the system to use the back office and etc. So invest $8 and you can start earning today. Unlimited earning potential, no level limits. So this is no Ponzi scheme. This is no other schemes, binary schemes, or whatever schemes the MLM offers. Here you can have just the first level if you want, and you will receive the commission from your first level. But if you want to expand it, it can go down the level as well, as many as you want. So there is no, first level you can have 5 people or you can have 3 people or wherever, and then you put people under you. You don't have to. Here you can have only first level if you want to. This is all kind of explained on our marketing plan. Also, you can get an access to it in your back office, so just ask your person who introduced you to the business. So therefore, you can earn as much money as you want. All right, no uncaptured. All right, and our product proposition is, as I said to you, we have 4 different types of technologies. We are environment friendly, we're eco-friendlier than any other transport, and we are very cost effective, and we are fast to implement. Actually, the figure is that we will be able to build 1 kilometer per day. How awesome is that? Where today's transport, I don't know, for example, in London, the building lasts for years. But I think we have very good product proposition. Just tell them what we have, and it's their decision to be part of it or not. Just ask them, would you be investing in Hyperloop? People always say yes. If I have money, I would invest. Then ask, is anyone offering you to invest in that? No, because why? You're not a millionaire, right? So would you be investing in underground trains? Yes. Why you can't do it? Because it happened many years ago. So here it is. Here's the option for like once in a lifetime opportunity. Take it or leave it, I guess. And then we have uncaptured audience. So everyone can join the company. Not everyone can work or do the business because you need to be over 8. Well, you need to be at least age of 18. But everyone else under 18 can be enrolled in or open account, I guess, in our project. Even if the person is 1 year old, all you need is just mom's or dad's passport, the child's birth certification, and mom's or dad's proof of address. And obviously, you need to create for the person, email address, because every person can have only 1 account, and that's it. The person you open the account, for example, you want to buy a package for this person, that's fine, but the person will be able to access the equity or shares when the company goes in IPO, or the dividends only when the person reached the age of 18. So till then, I think that's a good investment instead of investing in banks and opening bank accounts. And then what we have here is 7 multiple income streams. So today we are offering from network. So this is purely from your own personal work. You introduce this business to your friends, families, people that you know. They join, the business. They love it. They think, this is a good project for the future, not just for us, but for kids and kids. They join it, and you get the commission out of it. Whatever they invest, you get 15% in your first line in a cash, and and then if you have someone who invests under you on a second level, you get 7.5%, and you have 5%, 4%, 1%, and etc. I'm not going to go in details about the numbers now. You can definitely get to know this get familiar with this information, as I said, from your marketing plan. But this is purely from your personal work, personal network, and for people who invest under 100,000. Under $100,000 whether dollars or pounds it is. So those are the small investors that go through crowd equity funding platform. Also, what we offer is commission from the investment. So the person, for example, invests $1,000. Yeah, you get 15%, which is $150 in cash straight away to your back office, and plus you get 3.75% in equity. You need to do the calculation. 337 something equities, and it also goes directly to your back office. However, the equity is given away only for the stage 9. Well, this is going to be the last stage. At the stage 10 will be there still will be commission paid out, but only in a cash. And the reason why is because the equity is more expensive to give away today than the cash. All right, if you do your own calculation, you will understand. So this is purely, again, the first 2 is purely from your personal network or the job you do. The company representative, it's, as I said, if you're a leader and we see that you're a leader, we can trust you, you can take the business to the next level, great. If you show us an interest and you kind of a leadership that you want to take this business to, to different region or different country or different continent, we can sit down and we can see, what we can do for you. What needs to be done, what is the strategy, and etc. 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 So let's say you open the office in Ethiopia. All right. So you want to go, and be a leader there. So how much, in your team you could have one person, yourself. You can have 2 or 3 or 5 people. It doesn't matter. But what matters is that whatever money you're gonna attract, let's say $1 million per month, and continuously do that, you get up to 6% in commission from the attracted investment. And the 6% needs to be divided on on your team. How many people you have in your team? 2, 3, or 5. Yeah, and then you can also decide from 6%, for example, whether you reinvest in the business, you organize some conference, etc. That's up to you what you're going to be doing with this money. Then also we have the project initiation. It's very, I think, challenging but very interesting, very kind of exciting thing to do. Let's say you have an office in Ethiopia, and now you want to introduce this business to the government or people who are responsible for building, some trains or whatever. And so everything about the business in and out, but maybe you still need the help. It doesn't matter. Basically, you've got the situation that you go initiate the project. If you open and close the deal and there is everything is done, you can get from 5 to 10% in your commission. Again, how many people will be involved? There will be lawyers, finance directors, yourself, maybe someone from our team flying there helping you out. Whatever the project value will be, you will get from 5 to 10%, but everything will be discussed on a contract. And then we have from big contracts, those, remember the first 2 were for investors or for people who support with the amount under $100,000, under $100,000. So those goes through crowdfunding platform. People who are investing over £100,000 or dollars, they count, or they are like big investors. So then, let's say you have some person who can invest 1 million. So then you open the deal, you close the deal. You have to maybe fly to Belarus, Mr. Unitsky, directly, and sign with close the deal there with him. And you've done the job almost yourself. You get up to 5% in cash and up to 2.5% in equity. Again, the equity we are giving away here as well, only for stage 9. At stage 10 will not be equity commission anymore, only the cash. Just to give you an example, if someone invests $1 million today, they get 200 million pre-IPO equity. You get, let's say you did all the job, so 5% would be 20,000 pre-IPO equity, $200,000 dollars in cash, so 5%. And from 200 million equity, pre-IPO equity, you get 5 million equity. So 5 million versus $200,000. So you can see that on the big numbers, you can see that the company, the most biggest number or the value goes when the company gives you the equity. So therefore, we are giving away the equity only for the stage 9. I really hope you understand. If not, then we can have one-to-one discussion. You can go back to your the person who introduced with, and just write the numbers down and sit down with you and just explain more in detail. But I hope you understand. And tomorrow is obviously the IPO and the dividends. IPO, once the company goes on a public stock exchange, then you will be able to sell your shares if you want to, or you will be able to receive the dividends quarterly. So we have a partnership with Mr. Unitsky that once the company receives the profit, 20% goes back to investors. All right. If you invest in a main company, as I said before, you will receive the dividends from all the projects, around the world, wherever it's going to happen, and people will be paying for it. If you wait for EcoTechnoPark to be finished, and there is no risk at all, or whatsoever, obviously we're going to close EcoTechnoPark as an opportunity to to fund it, to help with the funds. But we will be opening different targeted projects with a different crowdfunding crowd opportunities to invest. But you will receive the dividends only from those projects you invest in at that time. So let's say in India or Africa, wherever it happens from those projects. Yeah, so you see the difference. And I guess the last thing is I encourage everyone to stay updated. And whether you make a decision today or not, but you still want to, let's say, follow the company, or to kind of get more information, or you are actually investing and helping us to raise the funds, and we want to make sure everyone keeps stay kind of updated, and what's happening in the company, and etc. We don't want to just take someone's support and just leave it. We want to make sure everyone is in a loop, everyone knows what's happening in the company. So these are the 5 social media platforms. I guess those are the most popular ones and the most the ones we're using on a daily basis. So just follow us on one of these platforms, and you can maybe meet also other people that you can ask the questions, or anything that you want to do. And as I mentioned before, EcoFest 2017, which will happen on the 1st of July, is the greatest event of the spring. And then I encourage everyone of you who are here today, to go on this link, do the registration, fill up the form, and get a ticket. Which today costs $20. Yeah, we are already in May. So $20 to get an access to EcoFest. EcoFest will be in EcoTechnoPark, where you will see those transports up and running. You can take selfies, take pictures, take live videos, whatever you want to do. I'm not sure about getting, to use the transport, because I believe we will have loads of people attending, and would love to do that. But yeah, please, if you're you still don't believe what I'm saying here, or you want to see yourself to believe, because what they see they believe, then you are more than welcome. Everyone is is allowed to attend. There is no restriction, even if you haven't invested yet, if you haven't even supported us yet, you're more than welcome to attend. So that's happening on the 1st of July. And yeah, so if we have here people who hasn't done the registration yet, I'm happy to announce that we have a promotion code which is valid till 10th of May. So this promo code will gives you gives you a gift. I would love to keep this as a kind of how you call it, not a secret, but it's like kind of wanting you to find out what is this all behind, but I will tell you. So basically, once you do the registration, again, you need to go back to your person who introduced to the business, ask them for the link, complete, name, surname, your user link, whatever password you need, and also put this promo code. So once you do the registration, you get your back office, and you will have an access to educational materials, 8 rules of private investor, and also 100 free pre-IPO equity shares today for just supporting us. No commitment, no whatsoever. Just support us, and you will get this, as a thank you. But I guess once you do the registration and you see, get more and more involved, or follow the news and everything, you will see that, maybe you want to be involved even more. So what I can say is that build Skyway and save the planet. Let's make it happen, guys. Thank you for your attention. With you was, again, Annette Martinson. If you have any questions, then find me on Skype, which is Anit5 with double I, and I'll try to help you. However, first, please go back to your person who introduced you to the business. I keep repeating it, but that's how it is. And if the person cannot help you, then I will be more than happy to serve you. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for your attention at the moment. And now it's a questions and answer time. Okay. Wanda, how much is to join your team? You mean my team or the Skyway team? To join any team, there is no fee at all whatsoever. As I said, it's for free to get the registration in your back office. However, there is a marketing plan that you need to get to know, or to read it through, to see what are the different business ladders that you need to complete to get maybe to consultant, a manager, president, or whatever dream it is for you to be in this business. When someone joins and buys shares, how long is it for? When someone joins and buys shares, how long is it for? You mean if someone invests today, when they're gonna be able to get the money out? If that's what you mean, then the company is gonna go on IPO within the next 2 to 4 years. That's the time when you will be able to sell your shares. But again, once a company goes on IPO, you have to wait another 6 months before you can sell those shares. And but let's say the company start building some projects already today, or by the end of the year. For example, Turkey say they want to do that. So by the time they build, again, depends how big is the project. So once they build the project, and for example, the same year we're going on IPO, and the same year people start using the project, the transport, and the company starts receiving the profit, you will receive quarterly 20% from 20% from the profit goes back to investors quarterly. An IPO means when the company goes public on a stock exchange. So for example, today you can buy Apple shares for $800. You just need to go on any broker places where you can buy it. Today, our company is not on a stock exchange, and we are planning to do it on London Stock Exchange, but it's not completely decided yet. So IPO means once a company goes public, then one share could cost, as I said, $1, $10, $100, $1,000. It depends, how the market will value our company. So what EIP means, it's like, Uh, investment portfolio package, investment package. Yeah, it's like just different packages that you can buy for your investment. Nothing too serious. I think I just forgot what this E means. I can find out for you. But it's basically investment package. All right. Any other questions? And guys, as I said, like this is going to be recorded. You are more than welcome to share these presentations with your peers or your people who are interested in a business. If you decide today to join the business and you want to know how to be more involved in a business, then we are planning to do the registration presentation on Thursday, where we are just discussing how to do the presentation or how to start to speak to people and etc. Do you have a support system? Yes, we do. There must be back. We had a person who was in the support team. He got in a car accident, but I think I heard and I saw his messages coming in through Sky group that he is back. So yes, we do have support system. However, Maria, if someone if you have your the person, as we call them, sponsor, introduced to this business, first go back to him or her. If not, then find me on Skype and I will add you to Skype group as well. And there are different ways how we can support each other. If it's very technical, then obviously I need to send a message to our IT team. Can someone join with Bitcoins? Yes, we have an opportunity to not to join, but basically to top up your back office. Because once you do have your back office, you can see, how big is your structure. You can see, all these investment opportunities, the packages, and etc. And we are not doing direct debit, so you have to top up your back office before you're doing buying any packages. So we have numerous of different ways how to top up the wallet. However, till 10 of May, another 8 days, we have only bank transfers and add cash available, but we are giving extra 5% to whoever buys today. Do make some investment because we want to make sure that the money goes quicker to our main project. About kids. So if you, Maria, have a daughter or son and they were under 18, they still can be part of the project. All you have to do is just create them their own email address and you will be able to do the registration for them. And for them to get an access to the free gift and also for them to be able to invest, or for example you want to invest for them, they need to go through account verification, because without the verification no one allows you to do anything, because we want to avoid any money laundering or to make sure you're not a robot. So you need to go through the verification, and to do so child needs mom's or dad's passport, and also the proof of address and child's birth certification. Then you will be able to help. Then you will be able to invest for them as well. Okay. So it's simple, the same as for you, but just to go through the verification, you need the birth certification, and you will need to upload your identification documents. That's simple. There is nothing difficult or complex. However, as I said, like if you find anything difficult, then just find help. Anyone else? Any other question, guys? All right, I think that's going to be it from my side. You're welcome. Thank you guys for attending this webinar here today. I really hope next week on Tuesday you will invite new people, because you will be joining the business, and you will invite more people so we can grow faster. You know, in the UK, in Europe, globally, and yeah, if you have any problems, just shout out, and I will come back to you as soon as possible, if that's what you need. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your attention, and good night. Bye.